There we go. Yeah, no, I'm with you. Yep. Get me out of here.
Yeah, yeah. And even when we lived in Florida, I would walk the beach. I would
Hi, folks. Welcome back. Good to have everybody with us. Whoever's here, yes. All
yeah.
familiar faces and names. Yay. Thanks for joining us. We, let's see, obviously, Beth and me tonight, there is no Jennifer. And we're a little upset
Yeah,
that there's
that.
no Jennifer because she had a choice. And she could go to a resort in Cancun or she could do the Stitch Hour with us. And she
Yeah.
chose Cancun.
I just can't believe that. I can't believe it.
It's really kind of rubbed me the wrong way here. And so that's where Jennifer's at tonight, instead of being with us. So, and it looks like she's holding up a camera in front of her, but I'm going to guess there's something holding rum and fruit instead.
Close by. Yeah,
Yeah,
close by. Close
yeah.
by. Yeah.
So anyway, so we're a little miffed at Jennifer tonight, but we'll get over it. is
Yeah.
kind of disappointing that she would choose that.
Yeah,
So,
the palm beach, the palm trees, and
yeah,
looks like she's by a pool, and
yeah, it's I don't understand. Frankly, I just don't understand it, but that's the deal. So, you know, whatever.
Sandy, I don't think Jen would dial in from Cancun.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. No.
Sandy, that's a good thought, though. That's a
Yeah.
good thought.
Yeah.
We'll mention it to her next time.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's not happening. No.
Not happening. No.
No.
She's probably no.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just going to leave here on the second screen here. I'm just going to leave, and then she can continue to irritate me by,
Being
that
in
big
Cancun.
Cheshire cat grin there. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Mm-hmm.
there we go. That's where Jennifer's at tonight. Think about that, as you're going through your day. Tonight, yeah, stitching Beth and me tonight. Beth's got several finishes, so we're going to get to look at those, which is kind of cool. The stuff we talked about in the podcast today, we're going to show those, so we'll get to look at that. Sunday is Arena Kroback Yee, and she's a data analyst. And we've all seen those temperature charts where people will stitch different colors for the temperatures of each day. Raina has taken that to a whole new level. And we just got email from her today that, based on when we recorded and a little brainstorming we did after we recorded, she's got a whole bunch of new ideas for using data to stitch. So really, it was very interesting talking with her, and you want to follow her on Instagram as she comes up with these new ideas, because very creative. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting how she comes up with her color charts. And I thought it was fun. It was really fun to talk to her. So.
Yeah. So that's Sunday. Raina Kroback Yee. You'll enjoy that. And again, thanks to everybody who's come up with suggestions for guests. We now have either scheduled or recorded guests up to the Sunday before Thanksgiving, and it looks like we're going to be able to get all the way through to January recorded here in the next month or so. And from Beth and my perspective, that is gigantic to have that many ahead and have the pressure off of not having to come up with one sometime this week for Sunday, because that's not fun. So really appreciate all the suggestions, and keep sending them. Always happy to have new suggestions, but I really hit a mother load here and just got a bunch of them lined up. Really interesting guests who are doing fascinating stuff. We just recorded with Anna, I hate that.
Starts with a C.
Crutchley.
Thank you.
Right, Anna Crutchley. Anna does passementery. We talked about this last week, and now that I know how to pronounce it, see, that we practiced with her. What a fascinating world of making fringe and trims for tapestries. Wow.
Yeah, and it's not like the tassels you see. When I first took, Gary sent me the note, I said, okay, it's like the little tassels you see at the end of pillows, or little. And it's like, no. Lot more than that. Lot more than that. And she was interesting to talk to.
Yeah, these are serious tassels. This is not monkeying around stuff. This is serious. And cords, we get the little Kreinik twist them up thing and make a cord. Now, what she got, the one she sells is 4 hooks, was it?
4 hooks.
4 hooks.
4 hooks.
Yeah.
And that I can't wait till mine gets in.
Yeah,
because I have an idea.
we recorded, hung up, and I got an email like 10 minutes later. Beth had already ordered one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because Cyber Pointers had just done a tassel class, and that was one of the discussions that came up, that they couldn't find a 3-hook or any larger way to make cording.
Yep.
And if you've ever made pouring to finish a project, it's nice to have, something that will make a thick cord. There it is. And I have some finishing to do. So I'm like, yes.
Yep. It was so
Yeah.
funny. I mean, it wasn't 10 minutes after we hung up with Anna, and Beth had already ordered her cord twister. Yep. It was
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm.
was funny. Yeah. Yeah. Doing these recordings is very enabling for both of us. It's kind of dangerous, but
Yes, it's bad. It's bad. So
yeah.
if it's bad for you guys, it's bad for us too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
We just
yeah.
do it earlier. So thanks to everybody for all the suggestions, and keep them coming, because that it's kind of a goal that by the end of October that we have shows recorded all the way through to January. Then when we get into November and December and people are busy and can't record because of holiday, whatever, they're all sitting there in the bank and can just relax and enjoy it. Then we just do the Wednesday shows, and it makes it a whole lot better. So have we thought about
Yeah.
having Jenny Aiden Christie on again? Think about her all the time, Alicia, and that's a good suggestion. I will ring her up and have her do a show, because she's done a lot since we last had her. So thank you. Making a
Mm-hmm.
note right now.
Especially that owl
Yes,
she has out. Oh my word. Let's
I
talk about
will.
temptation.
Yep, I will ring her up and get her to do a show, because she's always willing. So good one, Alicia. Thank you. We had some other stuff coming here.
Okay, well, Sandy, I liked your idea of a long dog done with a temperature coloring theme, and that's the thing. She will. You have to listen to the talk, but she will get the data from your area and give you the color numbers for the range, and that would be so much fun to do a long dog that way.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see that, Sandy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, okay, it seemed like there was something else previous. Oh, Michelle Long checking in from Australia. Thanks so much for your chart win last night. It hasn't arrived. No, I'm sure it hasn't arrived. It's somewhere in the Pacific somewhere. Um, you'll get it. Yep, Michelle, you'll get it. Good. Thanks for joining us from the Australia. Morning in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see what else we got. Oh, that's a good one, Alicia. Thank you. We'll get Jenny lined up here. She's so much fun to talk to. Yep. So that's good. All right. So remember now, the Mystery in Saint-Tropez Stitch Group is on Facebook. Just go search for Mystery in Saint-Tropez Stitch Group, and it'll come up, and you join, and you can just enjoy what people are doing. Even if you're not doing the project, you can just enjoy what people are doing, because it's a lot of fun to see the colors,
Right.
and it's pretty cool stuff. And then Gayanne always has contributions, which are helpful, and it'll help you with your stitching, whether you do the project or not. So, Magic Pond Crafts, no.
Sad
Not
to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Our son and daughter-in-law, who live in Phoenix, are having a baby in January, and the family baby shower is that weekend in Illinois. So, sorry, kids come first. So
Yeah.
So we were gonna go to Galleria, but not gonna work out. So next year we'll get it.
Maybe. Yeah. I'll figure something out.
But yep, kids are having a baby. We're gonna be there to help celebrate and shower them. Yes. Though it's going to be interesting, because all the shower gifts, just get mailed to Phoenix. So, there won't be any gifts there, but that's okay. Kevin
That's all right.
said the gifts have been coming in daily, and they're running out of room. And we laughed. Yeah, buckle up, buddy.
You have no clue.
Yeah.
You have no clue.
Yeah, it's their first. So buckle up. Yeah. Yeah, it was when they told us about it. We immediately started talking, because due date is middle of January. Immediately started talking about making a trip in January. And Kevin sat there all proud we were all out for dinner at the restaurant. He says, "We don't want anybody coming in January. No, leave us alone in January." And we said, "Okay, fine." and then commented later, yeah, you're gonna wish.
You're gonna wish, yeah. Somebody was coming to help Mama.
Yep.
It's that the out feedings, the middle of the night feedings that get to you.
Yep. Yeah, when you overnight, you become a zombie. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and what was it? Kevin, I'm sure thinks he's going to sleep through it, but that's not happening either. Because what Marg and I would get Sarah and or Kevin up, change the diaper, and then she was breastfeeding, and then so she'd do that, and then I'd put them back to bed. So that way we kind of shared the load there. And
yeah. So yeah, he's in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. Yeah. Buckle up. Yeah. Yeah. They'll be looking for us to show up anytime. Yep.
Yeah.
That's good. So yeah, not going to the Galleria. Sorry. Just kids, we'll take it. And yeah, we're really excited for them. They've been trying for a while and finally had success. So good for them. Also, on the Saint-Tropez thing, there's videos. Beth has made a playlist on YouTube, so you can see the videos that have pertained to Saint-Tropez project. And there's a page at wetalkfiber.com also for that. And Magic Pond Crafts, I'm just going to put you on the spot here. Magic Pond Crafts sounds like a business, and then that makes me wonder if we want to do a show with you. So, I don't know. Just, it just sits there. It's popped up 3 or 4 times. So now I wonder. I'm always looking to do shows. So if you are a business designer or whatever, Magic Pond Crafts, send me an email. It's right down there at the bottom of the thing. We might take a look and see if we can do a show. I don't know anything about you, but, we can talk about stitching, whatever. My joke is that after a baby, parents don't sleep for 20 years. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You're never not a parent anymore. Yep.
That's right. It's just always there.
No, I'm a crafter. That's my channel. Okay. All right. Well, then that means you could do a Wednesday night show and show us your stuff.
Yeah.
I'm completely putting her on the spot here. I'm gonna leave her alone now. That's not fair. That's not fair. Okay, I'll leaving her alone.
All right, being nice now.
That's right. I'm done. Winners last week. The 2 cross-stitch charts, Condra Souter and Gina Snyder. And then the thread packs went to Priscilla McLean, Anne-Marie Mikowski, and Kathy McComas.
Nice.
When those got mailed, they were either mailed Friday or Monday. Marga did them, so I don't remember. So anyway, if you don't have them, certainly within the next 2 days you'll have them, because I think everybody was in the States this time. So all on their way to you. Tonight's giveaways, we have 2 different ones. And I'm sorry for you people who are every week, but I need to explain in case there's any new people. The way we do the drawing is it's only for people who participate in the live show. And during the live show, you send an email. It's right down there at the bottom to Gary@wetalkfiber.com. And tonight we have two different drawings. And we do this with some regularity. And so you send 2 emails. One with the subject line flare. Okay, flare, so you send an email, subject line flare. That's all you put in the subject line. And then your name and address in the body of the email. And then that will get you in the drawing for one of 3 packs of 10 or 11 cards of Rainbow Gallery threads. Those
are so nice.
This particular one is all Frosty Rays. This one is Neon Rays.
I like Neon Rays.
Yeah. And then this one's an interesting mixture. And the thing is, you might get something that is no longer made, but this is a Neon Rays. But then also in here is 3 cards of gold fingering.
Oh, okay. Is that round? The thread. Is it round or flat?
Yes, round.
Ooh.
Braided.
Okay.
Braided, roundish. So you'll get 3 colors all Twillies variegated. But check that
Oh,
out.
those are pretty. Oh, see, now those would be good on Gay Ann's piece.
Yes. So those come in. If you're the lucky winner of that pack, you'll get those three. I've not seen. I truly doubt that they're made anymore, because these are all from a friend who gave me a whole garbage bag full of these things that she just was never going to use, and so we're able to give them away. Most of them are new cards, never been used, and some have a little bit taken off, but not much. So anyway, so if you send an email with your name and address in the body of the email and in the subject line Flair, then you'll be included in the drawing for one of those three packs. Then you send another email. If you can do one, the other, or both, just enter once in each, please. So if you send a second email and use the subject line Avlia, then you'll be in a drawing for one of two things. We have the Avlia Grapevine Bit Kit. So Grapevine Bit Kit, and we've gushed over this
so
before.
nice.
Yeah.
Her bit kits are really nice.
Yeah,
I mean, you have more than enough thread to finish the piece. Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah,
nice.
This is and the fabric is beautiful. The whole thing. So that's one of them. And then when we were gushing over Krista West last week, we talked about the hoop and the bag. So the other one is this bag. And it seems to me I saw an email or a newsletter from Krista this past week where she's offering instructions for how to stitch on a bag, if I read that correctly. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I thought she did. I know she did one where she was making a bag.
Oh, that may have been it.
Made a video of a bag. But I think you could stitch on that. I mean, you just have to be careful not to go through both layers, obviously, and close the bag up. But yeah.
But yeah, this is just a cute little bag. So in this bag, then you'll get the bag with the printed design on it, and then there's a little free chart, just a pattern that you can repeat and repeat and repeat if you want. And then the hoop that we were gushing over last week, the new hoops that she has, Phillips head screw on the end for tightening, a very nice fit. Really, really well made. So the hoop, 6-inch hoop. Then a ring with thread drops.
Nice.
And then on top of that, then one of her
those needle minders.
Needle minders. Yeah, beautiful needle minders. And the needle minder matches.
What's a match?
It matches. Oh, it's right here. I had it on top so I wouldn't have to fumble, and then I fumble anyway. So.
Oh, okay.
So the needle minder matches the heart, and then it always magnetizes to the ring and gets annoying. So there you go. So that you'll get the if you're the winner of that, you'll get the hoop, the chart, the bag, the needle minder, and the thread drops. I don't know. Looks like there's a dozen or so. Why don't I count them? 3, 6. Yeah, a dozen thread drops. So that'll be one package, and then the other will be the bit kit. So you send an email, Avlia, in your subject line. Please put your address in, name and address in the body of the email. It's really hard to send to people without an address. So do that. So those two things tonight. And then next week, next Wednesday, Krista will be joining us.
Ooh.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Well.
Now I do.
I forgot to tell you. Actually, it's on the little list here.
Well, I know it said something about Krista West with some new designs,
Yep.
and I'm like, okay, does that mean we're discussing her new designs, or she's going to be here? I never know.
Krista West with us next Wednesday. She has some new designs that she's introducing October 1. So we will get them ahead of time and be able to talk with her. So make a note to be sure and join us next Wednesday night when Krista comes. And there 2 or 3 of them, I've seen them. There 2 or 3 of them are pillows that are, yeah, really nice.
Yeah, and her pillows, I didn't realize she has finishing kits in her shop. And I'm like, because I hate gathering that stuff, but I think she has the complete I should let her discuss that. We have to ask her about that because I thought those were cool.
Like the
She
form, the
showed her one
pillow
time.
form and everything?
I think it. I don't know if she sends you the pillow form, but those are pretty standard. You can get a pillow form at Joann's or Hobby Lobby or places like that. They have them. But I think it's just the nice fabric you use for attaching. So let's say you finish something. Let me pull this out. So you finish this, and for some reason you want to make it into a pillow form. She has the material for the back, so you're not just
Oh,
using. I mean, they just it looked really nice. So it would be a cushion you could use on your sofa rather than a decorative one that you would just look at, I
yeah,
guess is how I would describe it. So
yeah,
the fabric has more oomph to it.
yeah,
I'm not as much of a quilter, so
right.
yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah, we gotta
that'll
ask her
be
about those.
next Wednesday. So bring your questions. And I meant to mention last week after we got done gushing about her, if you buy anything from any of our sponsors, please let them know that we enabled you. It helps
Mhm.
for them to know
Yeah.
that the investment they make in this show is paying off for them, and we appreciate that. So if you order from Krista, let her know that it was us that enabled you. So get your emails in, send them right away so you don't forget. I'll remind you at the end of the show, but send your emails. One if you want to be in the Flair drawing, another if you want to be in the Avlia drawing. Just put Flair in one and Avlia in the other in the subject line. Don't put anything else. And don't put, like it says on the screen, don't put Flair or Avlia because then you go into my regular inbox.
And you don't want to go there.
No, that's not pretty. And so I miss out. I miss out because I have special inboxes set up for these two, and I just go there and do the drawing. So then invariably there's somebody every week that then I'll go back to my regular inbox to see about email that's come in, and there'll be one that'll say Flair or Avlia. Well, the drawing's over and you miss out. So just one or the other or both, and just enter once each time, please. So that's our giveaways tonight. And then next week, when Krista's with us, we will have giveaways of those new designs.
Ooh.
Actually, she said she was going to send those on Monday, so I should have them. But we'll have giveaways of the new designs next week. So you'll
Nice.
be in on it early. And I was looking for something else today, and it reminded me that this is one you want to look for at the Avlia thing, and that's the Byzantine band sampler.
Oh yeah.
You want to look for that because it's an 8.5 by 14 3/4, and so like I have the whole kit, so that
Oh, what's the fabric on that?
I think it's that Makini, or what does she call it? Yeah, Makini.
Micanini.
Yeah, Makini, Mikini, 26 count. Beautiful fabric.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that, and this is the kit. And then,
What are the threads? I mean, what color are they?
I'm trying, Beth. I'm trying hard. I'm trying to get in the bag. I'm desperately trying to get in the bag.
Well, oh, those are beautiful.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful colors.
Here, let me get the side around that'll really appeal to you.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Got
Yeah.
that red in there.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So you wanna check that out. And then what is this here? That's another thing. Another project I was playing with. Never mind. I wondered why there was this big chunk of Alba Maxima linen in that bag, and I remember now I was playing games. So
Okay. Because you had a big idea, probably.
I did, and it's still, now that I recall it, because this Alba Maxima linen.
That's beautiful.
Uh,
Yeah.
and
No,
I
I
bought.
don't. Can you get that anymore?
No,
Can you still get that?
no.
Yeah.
I bought a
Did you
big
buy
chunk
a
of it.
yard?
Quarter.
A half yard.
What is
Quarter.
that? Quarter? Quarter yard? Fat quarter? I don't know.
Yeah. It doesn't say?
It says
Your little tag?
0.25. It's from Needle in a Haystack. She's got it 0.25. It must be a quarter of a yard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't get it anymore. It's nice, thick, heavy linen. It's one of those you're almost afraid to use because you can't get it anymore. But then if you never use it, it's what are you saving it for? So.
Right, right. And what's going to happen one day? You're going to pass, and your kids are going to say, "What is this stuff?"
Yeah, and then it goes in the
I mean,
trash.
seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a big bag for Goodwill.
Right.
If you're lucky.
Ooh.
If you're lucky.
Well, if that piece went in Goodwill, I'd cry.
Yeah. So you should stitch with it.
All right. Well, I have a
Sort of
plan.
surface design. You have a plan?
I have a plan.
Oh,
I just got to
okay.
execute it.
The thoughts of Gary's mind.
Yeah. The wheels were spinning that day. That's why it's in that package. I think the plan, well, I know the plan, and that was rather than stitch it on the bikini, to stitch it on the 40 count Alba Maxima.
Okay.
I know that's what the plan was.
Yeah, it's beautiful that way.
I think that could work.
Yeah.
Be a smaller sampler.
Right. But that fabric's really good for doing surface on, isn't it?
I know. That's what it's really designed for.
Isn't it a tighter weave?
Very tight.
If you're going to use 40 count, I don't know.
Yeah, it's a really tight. It's a surface embroidery stuff. I mean, it's the stuff that Mary Corbett used for a long time till she couldn't get it anymore.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's a surface embroidery. So I should probably use it for a Trish Burr or something because this is going to be better for cross stitch. Yeah. So let's see. Are we missing?
So
anything?
Carrie wanted to know: do you have interested in having an art quilt teacher?
No. Thanks, Carrie, but we started out, we were going to do knitting and crochet, and that's a different world, and decided not to do that. And I've just not wanted to delve into the quilt thing because we don't do it. And so, and that's just such a different world that it just seems out of place. So try to stay within that needle and thread handwork world. So thanks, but yeah, it doesn't. Try to have some parameters. It's like I don't interview floss tube people because there's other people who do floss tube people, and we could go do them, but we just that's what they're doing, and so we stay out of their kitchen. Yeah. So thanks, Carrie, but yeah, I think probably better stick to our parameters here. Yep. Let's see. So we got the drawing. Then, reminding people that if you want to contribute DMC floss or needles for the Stitch St. Luce Women's Embroidery Cooperative, send me an email. Same address that's right below Beth's chin there. Send me an email, and I'll send you my home address, and you can send those. So we're going to do a second mailing. I've got three mailings from people already for the second go round. If you want to contribute to that cause, send an email. I'll send you my address, and then you can send to it, and we'll contribute. And that's something I'm looking at that we might not send to Rebecca till January. So there's no big hurry. Just going to let it accumulate in a box, and then we'll send it to her. And that reminds me, I was going to do a show in the fall with Rebecca, so I'll get in touch with her.
Yeah, see how that's going. That'll be interesting to get a report from her.
Yeah. So, okay, 2 people tonight already, Jenny Aiden Christie and Rebecca. I'm excited about Jenny Aiden Christie. She's so much fun to talk to. Yeah.
And she is so creative. And
yes.
I want to know how she gets her threads. That's my curiosity, because I think she has them made for it. She kind of has them specifically made for her projects.
I think you're right. Well,
I gotta ask. I'm gonna ask her about it.
you'll be there. You can ask.
All right. All right.
Put it
This is
on your
good.
list.
All right. On my list to ask.
That's right. That's right. You'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Stitchaholic from Nova Scotia. Oh, where would you travel outside the U.S.?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think we've talked about this before. Yeah, Nova Scotia. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. That's a
Yeah,
place I've always wanted to go.
yeah,
Always wanted to go.
yeah. That'd be one of them. So
Mm-hmm.
Australia, as long as I could be there a month. Ireland,
A month.
Scotland.
You could be there a month.
Yeah,
If you did history, I mean, all the history that's there.
yeah.
And then you could do your bike riding between places.
Oh, are you kidding me? Off that plane and I'm out of here. Yep, yep. And Nova Scotia
Yeah.
would be another one. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that'd
Yeah.
be pretty.
Yep.
Beautiful area. Yeah.
Yep. Every time you see pictures, and of course they're Chamber of Commerce pictures, but I don't care. All you need is 1 hour of that, and whatever the rest of it is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not now.
Oh,
Fiona. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, headed right for you guys. Yeah, buckle up for that. That looks like a wicked one. Yeah. Yeah. I saw the map tonight on the news, and boy, it's right up there. Yeah.
I
You
haven't
stick
watched.
out. You stick out too far in the ocean. It's a big target. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, so we'll wait a
Not
week.
good.
Wait a week
Yeah.
then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She goes by.
Right. Right. So let's see what else. I think that's it. We want to look at Beth's stuff. So yeah. So just send an email to me. Just put in address in the subject line, and then I'll send you my address so you can contribute to the Stitch St. Louis. And it's 6-strand embroidery floss, DMC for the most part. But if there's some other like Anchor or something that you have, that works too. Just not the really cheap embroidery floss that high school girls use to make friendship bracelets. You know, serious stitching floss, and then sharp needles is what they want. And that's the only two things that we've had people offer fabric, and I've had to respectfully decline because they don't need the fabric; they need the threads and bright colors. They like bright colors, yellows. Well, bright colors. Why do I have to list the colors? I mean, what?
Right. We all know bright.
We're talking to a bunch of stitchers, and I'm going to tell them what bright colors are. Okay, aren't I helpful?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Bravo.
Pink.
So anyway, if you want to contribute, I'll send you my address because you're sending them to my home, so I'm not going to post it anywhere. Yeah, Jan.
So Jan,
sorry, fabric. They just don't need fabric for what they do. It's the floss that they need. So thanks. If you want now, Jan, if you have fabric you want to get rid of, and you want to send it for us to give as giveaways, that on board for that. Yes, happy to do that. If you have some fabric you just soon moved on to somebody who'd use it, that would be happy to have that. Now, if you have any Alba Maxima, send it as a giveaway, and then we'll give it away to me. That's how that'll work.
So we can have some more in the stash.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to build up a stash of Alba Maxima that I never use. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can do a lot of surface embroidery.
Yeah. I've got Trish Burr. That's where this needs to go.
Yes.
Yeah. Trish
Start
Burr.
one of her projects.
This is such beautiful. This is so beautiful. It's so heavy.
Okay. Is it got a shine to it, or is it not?
No, not really.
No shine. Okay.
No,
I'm just curious.
I mean, it's thick, heavy. You know how some linens are just so flimsy? I mean, this has got substance to it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
And of course, we can't get it anymore.
No.
I wonder why they stopped manufacturing it. I don't know.
I can't get it, but give Kathy Ray a call and see if she still has some. I should get some more, but she may still have some. I don't know, but I know it's not made anymore.
Yeah, and she might have a great substitute too. Is the other thing. She would know what to substitute.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you're doing some sort of surface embroidery, it's nice to have the right fabric. And I'd like to talk about that with this curl piece.
Yeah.
Is it a
Okay.
twill? He's asking. Deb's asking if it's a twill. It's not twill, is it? It's
No.
linen.
No. Alba Maxima Legacy Linen, 40 count. No, I know Kathy, I think Mary Corbett gets her linen from Kathy, or at least a portion of what she uses. And so Kathy will know what Mary's using these days that replaces this. So you can just ask Kathy for that. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we're going to do you in just a second. One other thing, there have been a lot of people doing thread drops lately.
Oh, yeah.
And I use thread drops all the time. There's some really creative ones. So if you would post on the comments or send an email, I'd like to know who's selling thread drops. Just, I think it'd be fun to collect them. I think a lot of people are these days. But doing creative thread drops like Avlia here. So curious about that. Okay, now, yeah, we're gonna, oh my, already. So let's talk about your stuff, Beth.
Well, you were talking about the fabric, and
Yeah.
I did.
It's all you now.
Okay, so well, this is actually Rachel's piece. It's a petite project by Judy Geroy, and I can't think of the name of it. It was from 2003 when it was sent out. So I don't know if it's still on EGA's website. If you remember, the petite projects are free, and there's a ton of them. You just have to be a member and log in. Anyway, she had very precise instructions on what to do when you were finished with the piece. You're supposed to lace it and then rinse it in water and then let it dry. And the first time I did it, I thought, oh, this is so wrinkled, it's not going to get all the wrinkles out. But you can really see there are no wrinkles on there. And if you looked at the videos, I mean, this piece was wrinkled. There was no doubt about it. But I think it has something to do with the twill. And maybe someone else knows the twill in the wool. I mean, I literally rinsed it in cold water, let it sit, and became drum tight. I mean,
yeah, here I've got a picture of the wrinkled version here.
Yeah, I tightened it a little more from there. But other than that, all I did was it was still pretty wrinkled. I got like the big creases out. I was able to pull those real tight, get them out, but it was still there was puckers in the middle, and I thought, oh no, this is not gonna come out, but it did, and I was just real impressed. Now I've got to take it off the frame, but I'll do that before I'm gonna make it into a tea cozy for my daughter. So
now this is the one where Rachel stitched half of it and it sat for a long time, and then you finished it.
Yes. Okay, so I think she was 11 when she took this class with me. So, yeah, so it sat for a long, long time. And she did a good amount of it. And I thought, you can't tell. She did a great job. No, she did a great job.
It's a nice design.
So, it is. It's beautiful. And it's wool, and so it's very forgiving. I didn't bring the extra threads up that we had. But it's that was fun. But I'm just curious. The technique of rinsing it and then getting it that tight, I don't know if that's because it's on twill or because you laced it first. I mean, I must do something that's blocking, right? That's a blocking job.
Yeah.
So, Anyway, that was fun.
So that's the twill, kind of like was it Sarah Humphrey uses? Yeah.
So it's
heavy.
It's a nice thickness. It's thick. It is thick.
Yeah.
And she taught us how to trace our designs and everything. It was a great first beginner project.
Yeah.
For doing surface Appleton wools. Yes.
That's what you used, Appleton? Yeah. It's so cool that Rachel did part of it and you finished it. That's cool.
Yeah, that was and you know and it was fun when she found it and said, "Oh, what is this? I like this." And I'm like, "Yeah, you did some of it. Do you remember?" She's like, "No, I have no clue."
Oh, she didn't even remember?
She didn't really. She goes, I think she kind of did, but when she first looked at it, she goes, "Oh, this is pretty." I think she thought it was the one I had done.
Oh.
Because we each did one.
Uh-huh.
I had finished mine a while ago, but yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Hers
cool.
came out nice. Hers came out really nice.
That's pretty cool. That may be one that doesn't go in the trash then after you're.
You're right. Well, I really want to do things that are useful. We get a lot of I do finished things, and it's like, well, what do you do with them when you're finished? There's only so many things you can hang on the wall,
Yeah.
make into a pillow, unless you're going to use it to sit on, and that's why I thought, oh, I'll make this into a tea cozy because this fabric is so nice and thick, and I put a batting between it and, make a little,
Yeah.
basically a bag is what it's going to be.
Yeah, I was going to say basically
teapot.
A pot sack. Yeah.
Yeah. But she likes having tea in the winter, and I thought this is perfect. This is perfect.
Well, it sure is nice. Looks great.
Get used, and I don't, other than that, I don't care. Here's my pattern. Anyway.
Okay, so the Stitch Stories one, man, that came out great.
Yeah, this was fun, and I stitched this either at my in-laws or in the car, sometimes at doctor's offices, and then while we were camping. I think I finished it while we were camping at one point in time.
Uh-huh.
And again, it's simple stitches. I've got here, let me get the other one, because I finished one, so that gave me permission to get a new one.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah, it's automatic permission, yeah.
So I have this one now. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. So,
and what is that one called? What's that one called?
It's called Tea Party. It's Tea Party, and I'm gonna a theme. Can you see a theme?
I'm getting it.
A theme.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. All right. So it has. Sorry for the crinkles, people. It comes with the kit comes with a hoop.
I see.
I never watched Romper Room.
I see Billy and Susie.
It does. Okay, so look at it does have a place to use the screw, the
flathead, yeah.
Yeah, so on the hoop. But what I like, you asked about threads, if you had enough threads. All right, so this is the new kit. So the little piece of embroidery is in there with threads. But let me take out the old kit because I just kept it. Sorry for the crinkle.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about hers is it's surface embroidery, but then the ground cloth is printed in color, so you know exactly what to do.
So this was the leftover threads from the kit.
Oh my.
So I had a lot left. I think you could have stitched it another time.
Yeah.
Because look what's left.
Yep. Wow.
Okay, Josie, the kit from Tea Party is from Stitched Stories. And you look her up. Stitched Stories is her name. I'm losing.
We did a show with her about a month ago or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so here's the fabric, and she will sell you. She'll sell you the design, so you can iron it on yourself. So if you don't want to have her iron it on, she'll sell it printed on for you, which obviously is what I did. And she'll sell you the kit, so you can get it any 3 ways. And there's the thread. Let's see if I can get it without dropping them.
Yeah, it comes in that box. It's very excellent packaging. Yes.
Right, and then with a little needle minder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the boxes are nice because when I'm traveling and camping and I don't want to lose things, I put my threads back in the little box.
And the needle minders like ties into the design, right?
Well, no, this one's just a tea. Both of them are teacups and the coffee. I don't know. What was on yours?
Well, that's what I'm looking at right now. Because I have this one, Let Freedom Ring. But now let me. No, oh no, I got a teacup too. So
yeah. So she must just have a teacup, but that's all right.
Yeah.
You know,
they're cute. Yeah.
So.
But
So next time we go
that
camping.
so that answers the question I always have about kits is, are you going to have to be careful with your threads? And obviously you do not. You can just go
Not
for it.
on this one. Not this one. And I did rip something, something out. I didn't like how it came out. I took a minute and I ripped it out. It was nice. It was nice to have plenty of thread.
Yeah,
Plenty of thread.
stitchstories.com.
Mm-hmm.
And follow her. She is a marketing fiend. So once you get signed up with her or follow her on Instagram, you will be kept abreast of all the things she's doing. But just really, here, let me. The chart, like you can't miss colors, where they go, how to do the stitches, because this is surface embroidery, but they're really basic surface embroidery stitches. All of it in the chart. So if you've never done it, you can't miss.
Right. And the thing I'm going to say is I did on mine, on my coffee one, I wasn't paying attention and I started stitching outer this outer ring in the wrong color. Well, I just kept going because I just kept going, and then the next ring I did in the lighter color. So there was two colors of this brown, and I didn't realize it. And I thought, oh, I'm just gonna. It doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
And what I think is, if you decide you didn't like the colors for some reason, it'd be easy to change. Match your
Yeah.
kitchen, sort of thing.
That I know. That's what I do.
Well, I know.
Yeah. Right.
You'd find the perfect color. And here,
Exactly.
and then she had here, let me show this because I think people will be interested. She had this little travel case thing she was offering during the summer, and it came with this box. Why are there two needle minders? Oh no, needle minder, a pair of scissors. I thought, oh, I really need to have scissors for in here. Beeswax, and then some needles. So this makes a nice little sewing kit to add for when I'm traveling. That's the thing. For me, I need something small that I can carry in the camper because, I have a small camper. But it came packaged like this. And I thought that was just a really nice presentation.
Yeah. Yeah, she does a really nice. Debbie Hodge. I was trying to come up with her name. Debbie Hodge. May. Oh, it's been since May. May 21 is when we interviewed her. Debbie Hodge, Stitch Stories. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think her kits are very well done. And even, this hoop isn't. I'm gonna use this hoop to do the. I've got to find the other one. So I have this one and the one that goes with the coffee kit. But I'm gonna use it to frame.
Yeah.
It'll be, that's what she sends it for. But what an inexpensive way to finish off a piece.
Yep.
Which I love. And I am gonna hang it in the kitchen. I cannot wait on my finishing parade.
All right. Yeah. Great kits. And if you've another one of those that if you've never done embroidery, surface embroidery, this is a good way to give it a try. Yeah.
Right. And we've been talking about a Blia, and here's the other one to give a try. And I just got this. I like these plastic hoops. I know some people don't like them, but they're my favorites. I can get them pretty tight. But I'm doing, what's the name of this one? I brought it out so I wouldn't forget. Aegean Sunrise, which makes sense because it looks like a sunrise. And these are fun kits. This was the next one in my to-do list. Because it's surface embroidery, I don't have to be, I don't know. You're not trying to find the little hole to where you're supposed to go.
Right.
You just got to follow the lines. The only thing was this Romanian, I think it's called the Romanian stitch. I'm not getting it. That's not real smooth. And so I wasn't terribly thrilled with it. But then I took it to a guild meeting and they said, okay, what are you going to do with it when you're done? And I said, I think I'm going to put it on a blue jean jacket. And they said, So does it really matter? Like, no.
Good point.
Yeah. So I'm trying to be careful about it, but this was a fun stitch. And then here's the kit. Krista puts them in these kind of, what are these, cardboard packages?
Yeah.
And this is her old kit. This is an older kit. I have extra needles in there with a needle minder. But there's plenty of threads. Trying to get unwound here because I keep my threads in here. So there they are. I separate them out so I keep them. And then here's her, and I think this is her old hoop.
Yeah.
This wooden one is her old one. And they're fine.
Yeah.
They're fine.
The new ones are so much better though.
Yeah. So I am sure they are. So that, but again, if you're looking for a surface, Krista there's only a few stitches on here. I think there's back stitch that's Romanian, and what's the other one? I think it's some sort of buttonhole stitch. So it's nothing hard, nothing difficult. And then the other one with Debbie's it's just nice. She has really great patterns on not patterns, stitch guides.
Yeah.
That go with the kit.
Yeah, it's real easy to follow. Yeah. I'm so intrigued that you like those plastic hoops.
I can get them tight enough for me, and I don't like things drum tight when I stitch.
Oh, okay.
So for me, that works perfectly.
Okay, well that explains it, because that's why I don't use them, is they don't stay tight. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Right. And so I just if I tighten them back up, I'm fine. But I always notice that I let them get loose and then I keep stitching, and I don't generally have problems.
Well, that's why I ask, is because if you don't care to have it drum tight, then those perfect for you, right? Yeah.
And I like them. They're fairly inexpensive. You can get them in about anywhere.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I do like, and I can't remember where I misplaced it, but I have a very small Access Commodities Hardwick Manor hoop. But it's in one of my projects, and I haven't been able to rediscover where I placed it. So.
Rediscover, yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere. It's somewhere. How do I store my started projects? In the basement.
Yeah.
How do you store your projects, your started projects, Gary?
Everywhere. Most of them are, if they're not active, most of them are in some kind of plastic bag, not sealed
that's
up.
True.
Yeah, not sealed up, but in some kind of a plastic bag. And I keep the threads in a basket here on the table for active projects, and I keep that basket covered up so I don't. But now if I put something away and there's special threads with it, then I'll put the threads with that in a bag. But if they're DMC, I usually put them back in the box with the DMC, because if you don't do that, then you own 58 skeins of white.
Yes. Oh, there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse.
Yeah.
And Deb, no, it's not with the other Judy Geroy piece. I know where that Judy Geroy piece is too. Which is pretty much a miracle in and of itself. We won't discuss.
Beth has a very tight cataloging system in her basement. Very tight, yeah. The envy of most libraries, yes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. We won't discuss that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it lay there. Just leave it lay right there.
Yeah. So you were asking, you said you wanted to see the Inchies piece.
Okay, but before you leave the Stitch Stories thing, so when you get the ground cloth, and this is me holding the ground cloth, I don't know what that means, but it's all folded up. So then when you stitched on it, did you prep it ahead of time to get rid of the wrinkles?
I did iron it because I was a little afraid that they would be permanent.
Okay.
But then I think I sent you. I don't know if I sent you a picture of it all rumpled. Now it's going to have a crease in it. I'm going to have to re-iron this baby. So it had wrinkles in it, and I just literally ran it under water and then rolled it up and ironed it.
Oh,
So
okay. So the printing wasn't phased at all.
no, no,
Okay.
not at all, not at all.
Because that's what I was
And
wondering. Could I treat it like any piece of linen and get it wet and iron it and not ruin the? So okay, good. Because
yeah, it's not. It
I
doesn't.
like to get those out of there. Yeah.
And yeah, and because I knew it was going to be traveling, I knew I didn't need to make it perfect, but it just seemed like those creases, I didn't want them to be permanent, you know.
Yeah. Right.
So I did iron them out, and then I just stitched. But
Yep.
yeah, these are fun. I did color completion is what I did on them too. It was kind of fun to say, okay, I'm going to do this stitch first. She kind of gives a map on how to start them.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a new stitcher, I can't remember what she said to start with. Oh, here it is, right here.
Oh, you have
Find
it
my
there?
feet.
Good.
Yeah. Like mine says, start with a straight stitch and then do the back stitch. Now try the outline. And so it was kind of fun. She kind of went step by step as how you really to fill in everything. And I think the last one she had you do, well, yeah, it was the satin stitch because it's a little more difficult to get it smooth and looking nice.
Yeah.
So, um, but yeah, I think her directions are great.
Yeah. She really
And yeah,
does.
we did the talk with her and then we unboxed these together.
Right. Yeah. There's a video of us unboxing them, so you can see more. But yeah, it's all laid out here. It's really really well done. And yeah, if you buy from her, please mention Fiber Talk so she knows.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think this tea one that I have now is one of her most popular ones. I'll pull it out again because I want to get that. And it's pretty. I think I mean, that little bird there on there will be fun to stitch.
Yeah.
Teapots. And like she
Yeah.
says, it's not too big, so it's not going to take you forever. Oh, it does. It looks like it has little French knots on this one.
Yay.
So, yay.
Yay. Nothing beats a bunch of French knots.
I like French knots.
Yeah, I don't mind them. But you can find a
Yeah,
whole lot of people who hate them.
I know, I know, I know. Like,
Yeah.
oh, I'd rather die than do French knots.
Yep.
But
So, yep.
yeah,
Stitch Stories. Yeah, if you want to try some surface embroidery on some, she just has really nice designs, not highly complex. Give you a chance to kind of put your toe in the water and come up with something that will look really good when you're done, because of the way she's put them together. I mean, there's nothing difficult in these at all.
no.
Just follow
And
the lines and do the stitches. Yeah.
she has the one. She's got one that's just come out. I think it's an owl one that's in quadrants. So she was doing them like that. She had like a shamrock. Maybe she had a shamrock. Maybe she had a heart for Valentine's. I think she was doing like holidays.
Uh-huh.
And I think the owl was for Halloween. And then she did I think she did a turkey too.
Oh.
And they just again, they don't take forever, but they give you enough. They give you a lot of enjoyment for your bang for your buck.
And not real expensive. When you look at all you get, they're not expensive. I don't remember what we paid for them, but not expensive at all. And you get everything. Boy, when you can have enough thread to do it twice.
Yes, that's really nice. That is
Well,
really nice.
that's the freedom. That's the freedom to try, make mistakes, and know you can tear it out and not have to go hunt down a skein of
Right.
844 or something like that. Yeah.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Right. It is nice. It is nice.
Yeah.
And I like it that she gives full skeins. You know.
Yep.
And I could just pull it off, and you know, the cat decides to eat it, I can go get a new skein if I have to. But
But for you, you just have to go to the basement. So, yeah.
Yeah, as long as I have that color in the basement.
Yeah. Okay, the inchies thing. I'm really anxious to see this.
Okay, this was Kathy Reese. Needle made. Is that needle? I can't think of her. Okay, help me, people. Needle
Needle,
something design.
needle something designs, yeah.
Okay, so we did this in my guild as a study group. Um, and so I did it twice. I did it because I always do that if I'm teaching. I always do it once to see if I know how to do it, and then I do it another time to show everybody. So this was my bag. I finished, so I'd had this stitched. This is the original colorway. I think it's called Confetti. And so bought the kit, stitched it up, had it done since 2020, and thought I should do something with these. They're fun. So I don't know. They're kind of like, there's one called Nova by Jenny Morrow that you can
Right.
get. Um,
That's a
that's kind of
beast.
like this. Yes.
Nova is a beast. Yeah.
Yeah. Needle Delights. Yeah. Needle
Yes.
Delights Originals. Yeah. So, but what's fun about this is you start doing these little stitches and you start thinking, where can I use these somewhere else? How can I use these stitches like maybe even if you do painted canvas, it would be fun to say, oh yeah, I could use a stitch somewhere. Oh, I didn't even think of. Now I'm thinking about that lizard. I'm not sure I like what I did with one of my lizards, and I'm thinking, ooh, I just see something that I could go back and redo. But
Yeah.
fun. They didn't take long. I think I timed it, when I stitched mine, and then told people about how long it took, and if it was a thread hog, if it was going to take a lot of thread for
Yeah.
them. But then
Those,
I did it in.
yeah, those, just say something about those. Several of the counted canvas people have done those kinds of designs where you do these squares where there's a stitch in every square. If you've never done counted canvas work, those are a really great way to get some experience and do a bunch of stitches and not be buried in it for the next 10 years. They're really good, except for Nova. If somebody says try Nova, run. That's a monster. That is an absolute monster, and you got to want to do that one. But these are much more approachable. That Nova thing, I have that one. Yeah.
Have you started it?
No. Stitchaholic. Nova's the reason for a big DMC inventory. Exactly. And there's some specialty threads, and yeah, just it's beautiful. It's impressive. But if you've never done it, stay away. But these like that's just fun, and that's quick. Yeah.
And Cheryl's right. Her directions are great. I in fact I marketed this for beginners. So that people who wanted to learn to do canvas, I would walk them through it, because there's some repeats, of stitches, like you got to do 10 stitches several places in this. But anything that was new or anything that was a little complicated, then I went over again. Yeah. So anyway, and then here I made this little button. I went to Sassy Jack's September soiree, and Allie,
Here.
who
I'm gonna put the picture up, Beth.
Okay.
So people can see. There's the button.
Okay. That Allie taught us how to make this button, and I used my own threads for that button because I wanted to match my project bag. But that was just so much fun. I've made Dorset buttons before, but this was a fun one to learn. It's not perfect. I can see my little wobbly wrapped threads, but that was okay.
Well, I got a question. Oh, Deb's on the 8th row of Nova. Tip of the cap to you, Deb. Go, go, go. Man, that's a beast. And that's one of those. Yeah. That's one of those. You think you can do a square every night? No. But it's so cool. Okay, so I got questions about this button. Okay,
Okay. Yeah.
So when you go to make this button, is it just a regular button, or is it just like a
No,
ring, or what is it?
it's a plastic ring. Now, what did I do with? Oh, I don't I can't get them, but so
Huh?
they're plastic rings that that you make that
Oh,
you
I thought you
use
had it. I
for.
thought you had it in your hand.
No, I have one that I made. The the I have another button. Just the ring. They're just plastic rings. Whatever you can get them in all sorts of sizes.
Yeah,
Um, and you can buy them at Joann's. I know you can.
yeah.
But then they're the same ones you use for Dorset buttons. And that's what this is.
Okay, so it's just a plastic ring. So, all right. Now you obviously had to wrap those threads around that side by each. How do you not have that slipping all over the place?
Sandpaper.
Get out.
You sand you sandpaper the plastic ring. And
Oh,
I had done that before. Deb DeCrane. I don't know if you were a member of the guild when we did something. Who was the name of the designer? Um, I can't think of her name. It'll come to me. It was Ashley Passion. I haven't finished mine yet. We won't discuss that. And she taught us how to do Dorset buttons, and she gave us a nail file and said, file down the um, the the ring, file the ring, and make it a little rough. So when you wrap it, it holds the threads better. And I took a class again recently with Dorset buttons, and she never mentioned doing that. So I I was just no,
so
I was just surprised. This works so much better.
you just rough up the polished surface just enough, and then the threads grab, and then you can just wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Absolutely.
Are you wrapping to a center hole, or are you wrapping the entire
You're wrapping
diameter?
around. You're wrapping around.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you wrap it around. But some of them you do. You do a buttonhole around it. It depends on what kind of Dorset button you're doing. Yeah.
All right.
So but this one you wrapped around and around and around. And then you you either ended or you did your secondary where you put the little star parts in. And then you went back and did the design in the center.
Okay.
It was fun. It was a fabulous class. I just can't describe it like Allie did. But these are just so much fun to do. They're kind of addicting. And she taught us things like I knew about um, roughing up the ring, but she told us to um, mark the ring with a pen. And I always wondered why we didn't do that. Like what Jennifer does with the tamari balls. Why don't you mark those? Because that's the hardest part is getting these even to look
Yeah.
right. And that's one of the things I wanted to ask her is why do most people say not to mark it? Are they afraid that the pen will come off? If you're using a micron though, it's not going to come off.
Right. Right. Yeah. So
But
basically, what looks really neat is a fairly simple thing to execute.
mhm.
Hmm.
I should have timed myself. I think her video was less than an hour
Yeah.
because it
Wow.
was on video, a video workshop. So it was less than an hour,
Uh huh.
which was nice. So, you know, and I watched it twice. And for the September soiree, the workshops, you have I have them for a year. I have the workshop for a year. So I'll probably
Right.
go back and watch it a couple more times and practice this because this was a fun button to make.
Yeah.
I've
So
got to
then,
make, I think,
go ahead.
I think I got to make it. I've got bigger plastic rings. I think I need to make this into it needs to be bigger, more for this bag.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool that fit right in. I don't know, you probably planned it that way, but
Yes, there's a
makes,
little planning there.
it really looks good. So was that a pre-made bag, or did you make that bag?
I made the bag.
Look at you.
Please. Yeah, so I had to think about it because I knew I wanted to insert my my stitching in there. So I did have one moment. I was stitching with friends one day, and I said, "Okay, guys, you might need to help me." And so I got to a point, and I looked at them, and they're like, "Okay, this is what you do." And so I was able to keep going. But basically, it's an envelope fold. So you make a long strip, and then I lined it, and then you turn it inside out. It's not a hard bag to
Yeah.
make.
Yeah.
And then I put, because I like the strong magnets, I put a strong magnet in there
Uh-huh.
on the to keep it closed.
Yeah. Because it sure looks cool.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. I mean, I'm by no means, if you looked at it close, my stitching is not perfect on the bag. But you know what? It's good enough. It's good enough for sure.
Yep. Yep.
And and it's nice to have something to put my projects in. The only thing I don't like about it is I can't see what's in there, so I've got to open it up. I know I should probably make a little tag so I could
Oh,
just read it.
yeah. Yeah.
But that's what I'm going to do with this one. I'm going to make. I have hot pink fabric, so
Oh,
this one will be a hot pink one, and that's why I thought, oh, I have this button. This button will work
there we go. There
on
we
my
go.
hot pink fabric.
Yeah. Well, that worked out great because that's a nice big bag too. You can put a lot in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, several projects, right?
Right. Yeah. Why
Right.
not? Yeah.
Right.
Why
Yeah.
not?
Uh-uh.
Excellent. Okay. Oh my, already 8:12 in the evening.
Mm.
How the time flies. Okay, we're I think we'll call it right here. Let me do one
Yeah.
more thing. This is just so people can remember. Yeah.
Yeah, here we are in the Midwest,
Yeah.
or wherever you all are, and there she is.
Yeah, right there. Okay. That's just kind of a going away vision right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what Jennifer's doing this week. Yeah, the rest of us.
She's not wearing her tiara though.
No. If we'd have mentioned it, she'd have it. Yeah. All right, that's it. Raina Kroback Yee on Sunday, most interesting. Send your emails right away now. Send your emails if you haven't already to get in the drawings. You can get in both drawings. Just enter once in each, or one or the other. It doesn't matter. Whatever. I have my marching orders. Jenny Aiden Christie and Rebecca Dallimore. Got to get them lined up for shows. Mention Fiber Talk if you buy anything from anyone so that they know. And Deb DeCrane, we're going to have to see that Nova thing. You brought it up. Now we're going to have to see it. We're just going to have to see it. So please send pictures. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. All right. We're out, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Have a good week. See you next week. Bye.